Canola School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by the Alberta Canola Producers Commission. Things like that?
Well, obviously, because it's a soil-borne disease, wherever there's dirt movement, there could be clubroot, movement. So for equipment coming from outside of Alberta, there's probably a low chance because we've got the most clubroot here. So, but if you're buying, equipment from that you're not sure where it came from, it could have came from the Edmonton area, then you have to be concerned that, is the equipment visibly clean? Once it's visibly clean, the chances of a clubroot introduction is really remote. So that's basic message, is just have visibly clean equipment when you're buying it. The other aspect of obvious dirt movement is local spread happens by dirt. Yeah, farmers moving their own equipment, but very large volumes of dirt moves through erosion events, wind and water erosion. So if we can, keep those cases from happening by keeping conservation tillage, seeding, residue, etc. like that, we're going to reduce the rate that it spreads locally from a certain field too. So if you've got, like, not just farm equipment coming to your field, but say some oil energy sector projects coming to your field, and especially if you're coming from a known clubroot infested area, that's where you want, I want them to have that clean before you arrive in my area, and that is important, and that's general protocol now with the energy companies. So that's certainly a good precaution to take. Buying, common untreated seed from areas that have got clubroot probably is not a wise idea either. Other than that, it's scouting your fields, knowing that in a lot of areas, if it's nearby clubroot, it's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if as it is when it gets to your field. So you just have to be scouting your fields very intensively to find that first introduction. Start managing then all your fields as if they could be exposed to clubroot. Just with the timing is, if it's still in flower, it's not so quite obvious. Like, those plants didn't look dead, right? They just looked a little smaller, and I just picked them up because they were between the row. So sometimes, and clubroot by its nature is quite patchy. So you'll see a patch that say, it doesn't look as good as the rest of the field. And so it might have been just low lying, got a little extra water, and so a little bit of flooding or whatever. But actually, it could be just an area that's got a clubroot infestation in that patch, and that's why. And the easiest way is every time you see a plant and you don't really know what's wrong, you got to pull it up and look at the roots. It could have root maggots. It could have black leg lesions at the bottom causing a canker already. So you kind of really need to pull those plants out and determine why they aren't doing very well.
All right.